Kutztown University Campus's Campus and Community Interest Radio Magazine. You can call Kutztown Live at 610-683-4859. And now, your host for Kutztown Live, Juliana Jablonski.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kutztown Live, KU's campus and community talk show. I'm your host, Juliana, and last week we spoke to Christine Price, Nikolai, and Tatiana, and they were here speaking to us about the It's On Us Fall Week of Action that is going on this week. Also last week, we spoke to Dolores Hess of the Toastmasters, and if you missed last week's show, be sure to head on over to the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR and click on the podcasts link at the bottom of the page. Today, we will be speaking to our reoccurring guest, Lori D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce, and again this week she brought along with her a special guest, Ellen Overcast of Dream Vacations. And then later on in the show, we will be speaking to Zachary Maurer, a YouTube film reviewer. Here with us now is Lori D'Onofrio Galli and Ellen Overcast. Good afternoon and welcome back. How are you both doing today?
Hello, Juliana. I'm doing fine.
Hello, I'm doing fine as well.
Last time you were here, you spoke about the third annual Shining Star event that was held on December 29th.
Yes, we just had our third annual event on September 29th. It's a great opportunity and a platform for Chamber members to recognize other members. And I wanted to give your listeners an update on those winners of 5 different awards. The winner for the 2016 Large Business of the Year Award was Fleetwood Bank. The finalist for the 2016 Small Business of the Year Award went to Interlace Communications. For the Nonprofit of the Year Award, we recognized local nonprofit Friend Inc. Entrepreneur of the Year went to Sherry Christman of Elite Business Solutions in Hamburg. And our Advocate of the Year went to Craig Kohler, also known locally for his affiliation with the Kutztown Bicentennial Celebration and the Kutztown Area Historical Society. Oh, let me just add that our Member of the Year, so we looked at all of those winners, and one was recognized as our Member of the Year, and that also went to Interlace Communications in Shoemakersville, which is owned by Elise Mitten.
Congratulations to all those winners. Also, would you like to tell us about any updates on future events coming up?
Yes, we have a few events coming up in October that may be of interest. We have a luncheon on October 19th, which is next Wednesday, and that is open to members and their guests. The new federal overtime rule, how does it affect you? And Robin Gray, the law office of Robin Gray, will be our keynote speaker. Our next breakfast program, we have a series of monthly meetings for our members, will be held next Friday, October 21st at Musellum Springs Golf Club, and Franchise Ownership Basics will be the topic with keynote speaker Kimberly Graham. And then on October 27th, we have the second in a 4-part Women's Roundtable, which is led by Robin Costabader-Jacobson at the Chamber office. So those are some of the upcoming events for October.
All right. And today you brought along a special guest with you. Would you like to introduce her?
I would love to. Today with me in the studio we have Ellen Overcast. Ellen is a native New Yorker, but she tells me that she moved to Kutztown 29 years ago. She was the owner of Kutztown Cruise One, which rebranded to Dream Vacations Main Street Getaways in 2015. Ellen joined the Chamber in 2010, 6 years ago. And she's very active and a great advocate for the Chamber, serving in various roles, including ambassador, a member of the Shining Star Event Planning Committee, and she often supports us as both a sponsor and an advertiser. So I'd like to introduce you to Ellen Overcast.
Thank you, Lori. Hi, I'm Ellen Overcast of Dream Vacations. Actually, Main Street Getaways is the name of my business. We are located at 181 West Main Street, right at the intersection at the light at Noble and Main. I've been in business for 6 years. I actually joined the chamber as soon as I came back from my training. I am a franchise. I'm independently owned and operated, and I'm a member of the Dream Vacation family, World Travel Holdings. Everybody knows as a travel agent, you can come to me. I can help you with your vacation plans, but what a lot of people aren't aware of, we also have availability for fundraising opportunities. If anybody has an organization looking to raise funds, we can help you with that. We have member organizations, special websites that I'll set up for any particular company or organization. You get your own website, exclusive pricing for your members. We can come out and do events at your location. You can come to the office and we can do things. So we have a lot of different opportunities. World Travel Holdings is my parent company, and we're an award-winning agency. We have a lot of exclusive opportunities in pricing. We have great partnerships with a lot of the cruise lines, as well as our land vacations, Apple Vacations, Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, pretty much all of them. At any given time, as far as cruising goes, at any given moment in time, about 50% of the cabins that are sailing are sold by one of the World Travel Holdings family brands, either Cruise One, Cruises Inc., Dream Vacations, and a few of the other smaller ones. I don't know what else.
I think that's so cool. I was just reminiscing on my time. My whole family went on a cruise a couple years ago, a couple summers ago, and that was super fun. But I heard you out there talking that you get to travel a lot. Where has been some of the coolest places you've been able to go?
My absolute favorite so far, I have to say, has been Alaska. I think.
Okay.
I wish I had gone years ago. I know a lot of people wait. It's not as expensive as people think. We've got some great pricing on Alaskan cruises, and Alaska is just amazing. I quite often send people there. Over the years, I've sent a lot of people to Alaska, and they come back, and I ask them for pictures, and they show me pictures, and everybody said the same thing, like it doesn't do it justice. And until I actually experienced it myself, now I know what they mean. I remember being out on my balcony, going through Glacier Bay, and as we pulled into Glacier Bay, we came around a curve, and you could hear the silence. Just people had been chatting and talking, and when you pull into Glacier Bay and you see that first set of glaciers, it's just, I don't know. It's good for your soul. I don't know what else to say. That's kind of my best way of describing it. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm a huge Caribbean fan. Any island, I haven't met an island I don't like. I haven't met a cruise ship I didn't like. So, can you tell? I'm definitely, that's my favorite form of travel is cruising. But we do honeymoons. Actually, if you go to my website, which is www.mainstreetgetaways.com, right now we have we're giving away a Hawaiian honeymoon. Obviously, you don't really need to be on a honeymoon. You can certainly still sign up for it. You just need to sign up for to be on my email list, and you're eligible then to win the Hawaiian vacation. It's a 4-night vacation for two to Hawaii. We do that quite often. Pretty much quarterly, we'll have different giveaways, cruises, land vacations, and a number of other things. We also, as a Dream Vacation family member or business, we quite often have exclusive opportunities we had like the Sandcastle event where anybody that booked within a certain period of time got up to $250 off their vacation. We do that quite often. That comes from my corporate office, and I'm happy to extend that to people that are part of my mailing list. You get updates on that, and I don't know what else to say about it. I'm really proud to be a member of both the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce and also the World Travel Holdings family of vacation brands.
Hearing you talk about the cruise to Alaska, my Nana and my aunt actually were on a cruise to Alaska this past summer, and so I know what you're talking about. I was looking through all their pictures, and so it was definitely, at least for them, they had loved it a lot, and it was definitely really cool and neat to see all the pictures.
Well, don't wait too long. You should definitely go also. I waited too long. I waited 59 years.
All right. Well, thank you both for stopping in today.
Juliana, could I make a concluding comment?
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I just want to mention, I know I've mentioned this in past weeks, but we do have our escape room fundraiser coming up in the Lehigh Valley at the Main Street Commons, and that will be on Sunday, October 23rd. We'll have groups running from 11 to 5 every 90 minutes. And I also wanted to mention that the Chamber is always interested in partnering with the university on many levels, and we're fortunate to have several partnerships right now. We are interested in student volunteers and student interns. So if anyone out there is interested in business, marketing, social media, or technology, feel free to call me at 610-683-8860 to discuss some of those opportunities. And for all information about the Chamber, how to join, and to keep updated on our events, visit our website at www.northeastberkschamber.com. Thank you.
Thank you both. We're
Thank
going
you.
to cut to a short break here, and after the break, we'll be speaking to Zachary Maurer of Arousal Reviews. Stay tuned.
Mike Posner coming to KU Schaefer Auditorium Thursday, October 20th at 8 p.m. KU student tickets $20 on sale from September 7th at 9 a.m. until sellout at the MSU Information Desk.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
The world is your oyster. Who said it? Shakespeare, actually. He was right, though. The world is full of fascinating stuff if you take some time and look around. For example, if you've ever been to the beach, you'll know about tides. How there's high tide and low tide, and that the rising and subsequent receding of the water means you'll have to move your towel if you don't want to be submerged up to your chin at certain times of the day. Ever caught yourself grumbling about doing just that? Asking why or spurning the universe for disturbing your tanning session in the sun? Well, let me give you targets for your anger. The moon and gravity. Don't be too harsh on them, though. The moon, because of its distance from the sun and us, has a gravitational pull on the Earth whether it wants to or not. This pull causes these things called bulges, which affect both the water in the oceans and the crust of the Earth. The bulges move us humans as well, but since they affect such a large area, about half of the Earth, we can't tell individually. Anyway, the water on the planet closest to the moon is pulled towards the moon by gravity, and the Earth itself is pulled away from the water on the opposite side, causing high tide on the sides closest and furthest from the moon, and low tide on the sides perpendicular to the moon. Why doesn't the water on the other side of the Earth move with the crust? Good question. It's because the water that isn't moving is in the furthest position from the moon's gravity, so the strength of the pull is weaker, leaving the water where it is but pulling the Earth. Since the Earth moves all the time and the moon moves with us, the tides change as our position relative to the moon and the sun change. High tide and low tide happen twice a day every 12-ish hours. Now, next time you're at the beach, you'll know why you have to relocate. There are some pretty pearls out there, guys. You've just got to take some time and crack open a few oysters.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more Telescopic Topics. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live. I'm your host, Juliana, and today we'll be speaking to Zachary Maurer, a YouTube film reviewer. Zachary, along with 3 of his friends, have a YouTube channel titled Arousal Reviews, and he is here today to tell us a little bit about it. So, hello, Zachary. Welcome, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So, I guess we'll get started with what got you into film.
Well, I kind of got into film the same way that I think every little kid does, you going to see Disney movies with your parents and stuff like that. But when I really started becoming a fan was when I went and saw some of the Lord of the Rings films and watching movies like Star Wars with my parents. Stuff like that just really interested me and sparked kind of a fandom. And from there, my friend Ryan and myself and my friend Alan, we created a YouTube channel where we did a whole bunch of little skits as like kids and stuff like that. And from there, we started learning more and more about the science of film and the art of film. And so that's kind of what sparked it.
All right. And when did you start your YouTube channel?
Well, the review channel we started, I believe, late last year. I'm a little iffy on the date. I just don't really
So
remember
it's newer,
that kind of
it's
stuff. Yeah, it's newer. And but yeah, we started that late last year while we were at Penn State. And from there, we sort of just have tried to do it on our own. We've kind of all moved to different areas right now. But yeah, so we started it then and trying to see how it grows.
So you kind of said this, but how'd you get your friends involved? Just one day, all of you just kind of have an idea, like, hey, let's do it.
That's kind of how we just kind of talk that way. We sit around and talk about it anyway. We would go to a diner and just talk about movies for like 2 hours just among ourselves. So we figured why not try to see if other people would like to hear our opinions as well. And I think that's kind of that's something our generation has been doing a lot. Is like, here, let's just get our opinion out there and see what other people, if they click with it or not. And so, yeah, that's what we just did. We just kind of talked about it and we're like, let's do this. Why not?
And what types of movies do you review, or just kind of a little bit of everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Sort of whatever is the new release. Been a little slacking lately. I got married last month, so.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. So yeah, ever since then I've been a little slacking, but I'm actually going to see a film tonight. I'm not sure which one, but I'm going to see a film tonight, and I'll be putting out a review of that soon. So.
Going to the movies tonight?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been in the movies in a long time. I feel like since the summer.
Yeah, you should do it. I try to go every week. It's just whether or not.
Oh my gosh.
Whether or not I'm free to get a review out. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then, do you review other things other than movies, or?
We're trying to get into other things on our channel. My friend Ryan has reviewed a few games, video games on the channel. Trying to branch out into sort of television. We do some television.
Okay.
Trying to branch out into podcasts as well. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of podcasts. I listen to a bunch of them. So I was.
And you review all those kind of things?
I don't yet. I'm trying to. I'm going to get into reviewing podcasts, but I have a big slate of things that I want to get to, and so doing it is the important part.
And what have some of your favorite movies from this past year been?
Ooh, okay.
Stand out.
Yeah. So right off the bat, I'll go in order. So my favorite film of the year so far has been Hell or High Water.
Okay.
It's sort of a neo-Western drama thriller. It's starring Ben Foster, Chris Pine, and Jeff Bridges. It's a great film. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, but it just really captures a lot of the post economic recession fears and sort of the mental capability or the emotions what I'm trying to say. It captures the emotion of the recession in Texas. And my favorite thing about Hell or High Water was that the director and the writer made Texas feel like a character, the area they were in, and it was just like, wow, that it really resonated with me. You felt like Texas had a say in what these people were doing, and that was amazing to me. So
I've never heard of that movie.
Oh, it was a smaller film.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily I got to see it at the Fox Berkshire, but it was a smaller film, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Another film I really enjoyed, everyone's heard of. It's Captain America: Civil War. It's the newest Marvel, one of the newest Marvel movies to come out, and that movie was amazing. It was spectacular. The action was great, and my favorite thing that the Marvel's doing right now, and what the Russo brothers have been doing, that's the directors of Captain America, last two movies, what they've been doing that I've really enjoyed is that they're kind of making genre films within a superhero film as well. So Captain America Civil War was, a drama as well as an action superhero film, but it was also sort of a political thriller, and it had those sort of tie-ins as well, and that's what I've really enjoyed.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Any other movies from this past year that stick out so far?
This one's not as high on my list, but The Jungle Book, Jon Favreau's.
Okay, I didn't get to see that.
It was great. It was.
Was it really?
I'm hesitant to say live action, but Jon Favreau's live action Jungle Book movie was great. It blended computer generated images well with the live action actor that was there, and it made you feel like you were in the jungle. So.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. So when you are reviewing a movie, what type of things do you talk about on your channel?
Sort of the things I just kind of said. How the acting resonates with me personally. That's actually something that I touch on a lot. Is that how films affect me personally? Because that's what I think is so great about film, is that it's subjective. Like, you can take a film in a completely different way that I could, especially things like comedies. Like, the way people feel about comedy is drastically different. You could think something is funny, and I could think it's terrible. But that's something I touch upon a lot, is how this is all my opinion, and I like to hear other people's as well.
Okay. Do people ever write to you or say anything?
The comment section of YouTube can be either your best friend or your worst enemy.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, people write about that. Sometimes people will tweet into me. That hardly ever happens, but it's happened a few times. But yeah, it's mainly just talking to people and hearing what they like to say about the films that I'm talking about or they're talking about. But yeah, I also talk about the score of films, stuff like that. Production design, direction, things of those nature.
And did you go to school for film, or
No.
just kind of an interest that you enjoy?
It's just kind of a hobby.
Okay.
One of my co-hosts, Ryan, he's a film student.
Okay.
So he's really into the science of film, the art of film, stuff like that. And I've been researching on my own, but I didn't go to school for film, no.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to let the people know about your channel and show?
Just check us out. Trying to up the production value of our channel. So, getting more sound equipment and better cameras and stuff like that. So it's really, really trying to make it seem more of a professional endeavor. But yeah, make sure to check us out on YouTube.
And you are Razzle Reviews?
Razzle, Razzle Reviews. Yep.
All right.
Razzle, Ryan, Alan, Zach. That's us.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
And we will cut to a short break now.
Remember to steer clear of emergency vehicles while driving state roads and highways. I'm State Senator Judy Schwank with the Pennsylvania Moment. The Steer Clear law requires drivers to move over